So one of the things I deal with a lot when I'm doing my one-on-ones with people is that people are just so forgiving. Like when you're overly forgiving to a person that is a narcissist or toxic person, they will take advantage of your forgiveness. They will absolutely weaponize your forgiveness against you. Hey, I know you wouldn't do that to me. Like, just you're not the type of person to do that to me, to expose me or to abandon me. I know that. I think like narcissists like see forgiveness, being overly forgiving as a weakness, as a weak trait, and they will take advantage of it. They like sniff it out, like that person is too forgiving. Gotcha. And a lot of times when when people are dealing with narcissists, you forgive them without any kind of changed behavior, just by them simply saying I'm sorry, and that's never enough. The only acceptable apology from a narcissist or anybody else is consistent changed behavior. Make them earn your forgiveness. Don't just give it to them and give them the benefit of the doubt. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Illness from TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I'm all over the place. I'm a diagnosed narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder, and the point of my entire platform is to bring awareness to this disorder and to also validate the victims and survivors, and answer questions that they might have as well. The point of this series right here, A Narcissist Explains, is to, take my TikToks and put them on YouTube and, go a little bit deeper into them, to give a better explanation for them and explain them a little bit more. Woo, sorry. I'm already started. I can't stop. So this one right here is about forgiveness, like being too overly forgiving, because I do one-on-ones and stuff over Zoom and phone call and FaceTime and stuff like that. And that's one of the most common things that comes up. Just like being overly forgiving to people that are treating you terribly. A lot of times, it's like people's like, they regret it too. There's like, well, I just shouldn't have forgave them for cheating on me those 3, 4, 5 times, 10 times. I got cheated on once every 2 or 3 months, and I would just forgive them because they would they would say sorry, and we would just try to make it work. And I regret it because they ended up leaving me for being for not trusting them. And you see how weaponized forgiveness is a real thing, y'all. Like literally, weaponized forgiveness is a real thing. Like you will literally get caught up being overly forgiving, because I say this all the time. I know if you're a consistent listener or watcher to the channel or whatnot, you hear me say it all the time. You hear me say the only acceptable apology is consistent changed behavior. They don't even exude that. Like you just forgive somebody for saying sorry. You're like, okay, I'm sorry. They'll just say, I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for putting you through that. I'm sorry for that. And a narcissist will never get specific with their apology. They just give you a blanket apology. And you, being trauma bonded or codependent or, suffering from some CPTSD or whatever you have going on, just like, okay, I'll take you back. Knowing that you never ever can be completely happy with this person again. You can never completely trust this person again for whatever they did to you. Especially if they cheating on you. If they cheated on you, they'll do it again. Listen to this song Yellow Pain, Once You Cheat by Yellow Pain. It'll open your eyes up because that's 100% the mind of a manipulator. Like he put that's my favorite song right now. Once You Cheat by Yellow Pain. So that's one of the things right there. Like you can't and they'll use it against you, especially in a religious setting. If you're dealing with a religious narcissist or you come from a religious background, that forgiveness will be weaponized against you like a sword. The Bible says you have to forgive. Baby, the Bible says you got to forgive. Honey, please forgive me. The Bible says we got to forgive and, keep the relationship going. They'll weaponize religion on you and to weaponize your forgiveness. Like weaponize forgiveness and religion on you. So you got to kind of stand in your truth, because I would just stop giving out apologies that people haven't earned. Because if you just keep doing it, not apologies, forgiveness. Like if you just keep doing it over and over again, then it gets worse and it escalates, and people will use it against you. Hey, baby, I know I'm sorry. You're not the type of person. I know you're not the type of person to hold this grudge against me. I know you want to forgive me or whatever, and they'll use it against you because I'm a nice person. You're a nice person. Stop being so nice. Your niceness will be weaponized against you too. Like I know people you have to stand up for yourselves. Like people, if you don't stand up for yourself, a narcissist will run over you. Covert, overt, whatever. A narcissist will run over you. Passive aggressiveness, all that kind of craziness. And I get a lot of people say, but I can't force myself to hate. I can't force myself to hate them. I want to hate them so bad. You don't have to hate someone to move on from them. Like, you don't have to have hate for somebody to move on from. You just have to have more love for yourself than you do for that person. You don't have to hate them. Like, I want to hate them so bad, but I can't, even though all the stuff they put me through, my religion says not to hate, this, that. I understand it, y'all. Trust me, I get it. You don't want to have to hate somebody. You don't want to have to hate somebody and do things like that. So you don't have to hate them to move on. You just have to love yourself and trust yourself more to move on. Because like I said, a narcissist, they were like, if you discard me, I'm going to be hounding you. I'm going to try to hoover you in. I'm going to try to suck you back into the relationship with, false promises of changed behavior. Hey, I promise I'll do this. I promise I'll do that. And like, y'all will forgive them and take them back before they change their behavior. Before they alter their behavior, you'll take them back. You'll forgive them. Consistent change behavior. I know what you're going to ask next. You're like, well, how are we supposed to know if it's consistent change behavior if we don't take them back? If they are able to leave you alone and respect the boundaries of your relationship by not coming back, that's how you know. Like, look, y'all, I am a narcissist. I will hound you, hoover you to get back into a relationship. If you say, hey, look, I need some time, leave me alone, and I'm able to do that, and I can consistently leave you alone. What do you mean by leave you alone? Look, I don't need you to text me 16 times a day. I don't need you to text me at all. Just give me some time to myself. If they can do that for at least 2-3 weeks or leave you alone, those are signs that they are leaving you. I mean, they could be moving on, but those are signs they can actually leave you alone and abide by a boundary. Consistent change behavior. You don't have to be in the same house or be in a relationship to notice that. You know what I mean? And then I also get somebody that commented on my TikTok too that said, like, don't we have to forgive them to move on? No. Like, I know, like, and of course, she brought up the Bible. I'm just saying, like, I know it says it in the Bible, but the Bible is not the end-all, be-all of everything. The Bible is the guidebook. The Bible is a guidebook to have to live a life, a good life. The essence of a good life. You don't have to forgive somebody for treating you terribly, doing something to you, putting you through the worst pain and suffering of your life. Sometimes you can't forgive that person. You don't need to forgive them. You know what I mean? Forgiveness is not, you don't have to forgive them to be able to move on. You just have to be able you have to be able to just, understand that person can't be fixed. That person can't be healed. And, sometimes you have to have forgiveness within. You don't have to, you don't have to do that. I'm just saying, you don't have to put yourself through that pain and suffering of trying to forgive somebody that tortured you. I wouldn't. And I'm a narcissist. I know what you're going to say. You're a narcissist, but you don't understand forgiveness, Lee. But I understand I'm making myself look stupid to forgive somebody over and over and over and over again and they don't deserve it. I understand that. And it can get embarrassing the amount of forgiveness you do. I've had people like, I do these one-on-ones. I have people that spend the whole one-on-one crying because they be overly forgiving. They've been forgiving somebody for 40 years for treating them terribly. Been forgiving somebody for 10 years for treating them terribly, just over and over. I thought it would get better. It doesn't get better with a narcissist. It just doesn't. Unless there is some consistent change behavior, some powerful therapy, some dedicated psychotherapy, it does not get better. It just doesn't. And I'm speaking, I am a narcissist. I keep telling people that, like, hey, Lee, but you changed. I'm still a narcissist. 100%. Sorry. My phone just went off. But yeah, it's just my mind went blank. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, I'm still a narcissist. My behaviors have been altered because I go to therapy and I love therapy and I enjoy it and I use it to empower me. That's what I've done. I haven't changed. I'm still a narcissist. I'm working on it though. I'm putting the work in. I'm willing to put the work in. Consistent change behavior. I exude it every day. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode. I really hope you enjoy it. Stop being so forgiving. Forgive people that deserve it, not people who haven't earned it. Hey, hey, honey, we got 10 years into this. Please forgive me. We got kids together. No, I'm not forgiving you. Nope. Say no. You can say no. Say no. Let's put a boundary up. Anyway, y'all, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, I really appreciate y'all. 40,000! 40! We hit 40K! Thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm thankful beyond measure. Mental illness is out. Peace.